We arrived in Grand Cayman. They're already starting the tendering process. I hear them announcing it. It doesn't look to be on this side. And there's two other ships. There's one. And there's one. Let's see if you can figure out what they are. Crystal. Okay. That is, I believe, a sister ship of Norwegian. Crystal and, what's the other name? The Norwegian company has three. They have Norwegian and then two small ship things. First glance, I thought, there it is. Serenade of the Seas, yep. See, on first glance, I thought this was Royal Caribbean. And it is. That looks to be a pirate ship. What is that? Oh no, it's not. I thought it was one of those cool pirate ship things. Of course, construction, because it is Grand Cayman. I've never been here where there wasn't construction. It's windy. I'm going back inside. Okay, I'm just sitting here in bed. Jerry's gone to breakfast. I fast in the morning. I don't eat breakfast, so I just hang out a little bit. Oh, I left the door open so I can hear him vacuuming next door. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the thing yesterday. Jerry had this veterans meetup yesterday at 1. He doesn't usually go to these things, but I really try to push him towards doing that a little bit, be more social with that group. I don't know, he's just hasn't been involved in it. He's a Vietnam veteran. When he came back from Vietnam, he didn't, quite get the reception like that his dad, a World War II veteran, got. So anyway, so we went, and I just wanted to show you what a nice job Norwegian does for veterans. And I think this is actually his second time. I think he went to this once before. Now, I went with him, but unfortunately I had an Alaska State DAR meeting it's a very important meeting. It was a vote on changing bylaws, and it happened to be at the same time. This started at 1 our time, and then the Alaska meeting started at 1:30. So I had to go find a quiet corner, which was hard to do because the Marines were noisy. And anyway, so they so I had to go, and then when theirs let out, because my meeting ended up being 3 hours and 45 minutes, but I went into the chapel for a bit because it's right next to it, because it was quieter, but it was so cold I couldn't stay in there. Eventually, I realized I could walk down the stairs instead of taking the elevators so I wouldn't lose my call. But anyway, what I really wanted to show you was what's in this packet, and that they've given him like 3, maybe 4 times, and then tell you about the ceremony. So let's just get into the packet. All right. So this is the card that he got that invites him to the ceremony, upside down. That invites him, oh, that's weird. Invites him to the military reception. And what was in it was they had drinks. They had a tray that had 3 drinks. One was something blue in a light blue though, in a martini glass. And then they had a flute of champagne. And then they had something in an old-fashioned glass. Listen to me knowing all my barware. That's from being a kid in New Orleans. Everybody drank whiskey sours in those old-fashioned glasses. That's why I know the name of them. After that, I don't know the name of them. And then they had beer, and it looked like a red wine for sure. Maybe there was some white wine too. And then I got a soda. But when you walk in, there's a reception line by the officers. Now, you can't shake hands because norovirus and RSV is rampant right now in a lot of cruise ships, but also just in person. There's a doctor I follow on TikTok. She's a pediatrician, and like every patient she saw yesterday, or the last time I watched it, I should say, was RSV. So, or neurovirus or both. I can't remember. But anyway, every single patient. No broken legs, no nothing like that. So anyway, so you go through the officers, you just say hi, you don't shake hands. They tell you thank you for your service. And then there's a photographer, and they take a picture of you or you and your spouse, or whoever you're with. And then they have a little bit of talk and stuff, and then they talk about each branch individually, and everybody, hoops and hollers when their branch is mentioned. And then they let the people that are there get up and talk too. But they took a group photo of everybody. And I don't know, I think it was everybody. I don't think it was Army, Navy, I don't think it was separated by branch, but it could have been. Like I say, I was in the corner trying to be on this Zoom call, which I don't know how much that's going to cost. At 25 cents a minute for 3 hours and 45 minutes. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do. So anyways, they took that picture, and those pictures are complimentary. They deliver them to your room and everything. You don't have to go pick them up, none of that. They had canapes. I got a picture of those yesterday when we were there, I think, for the video. But let's get into the package. So the reception is really nice, is what I'm saying. It's really well done. I'm going to have, this is really hard to open, so I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. Now, Jerry has some of these from the Coast Guard. He is an Army veteran. He was sent to Vietnam as a young person and served there and in Fort Lewis in Washington State when he got back. I forgot where he went to basic, but New Jersey or Georgia, I can't remember. But anyway, but then he went to work for the Coast Guard later. And so he retired from the Coast Guard. So some people think he was in the Coast Guard because he's a Coast Guard retiree, but he was a non-appropriated funds Coast Guard employee as opposed to an active member of the Coast Guard. But anyway, the military, or at least the Coast Guard, I don't know if all branches, do these what they call challenge coins or something like that. And that's what this is like that. On this side it says Norwegian Cruise Line. And on this side it shows the branches of the military. Now yesterday they had Army, I'm going to go by the loudest. They had Marines who were woo-ah, and they had Air Force, and they had Army, and Navy, then Army. Army were quieter, and there was no Coasties there, but I think she said one SpaceX. So that's what they are. There they are. It's pretty cool looking. And then this side is just the Norwegian side. So that's what it is. Yeah, I thought that was really nice. So he has a couple of these now. And then I think on the first one he got of these, we didn't even bring it home, I don't think. I don't know. So then, because I know there's another one of those. And then what's this? Welcome have you aboard. Yeah, they hope you have a great vacation. Yeah. So that's that. And then, is this two of them? It's, no, it's something else. It's another one. Yep. Yeah, he used to be kind of like, felt like the benefits are for, not for him, but for active people. It's very nice, but they are for him too. Program for veterans by veterans. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of cute because they write this like they're in the military or something. The situation is, we're thrilled and honored to have you. You're invited to enjoy your vacation to the fullest. Your mission is to do what you want, when you want, exactly how you want to do it, that kind of thing. I thought that was pretty cute. And just more of it. And then the code of vacation, which really is, it just talks about different ports and stuff. Apparently they have some kind of task force that kind of helps them plan this stuff. So, but is what that is. And then there's a pin that you can wear. One of those tie back kind, you know, like tie clip types. And I don't know if this has something to do with their latitudes or if all of them are the same. It may all be the same. And then there's this patch, and he's got one of these already from the Jewel. And he got one from the Jade at least once, if not twice. But I don't, like I said, I don't know if he saved this packet the first time. Because he didn't know what it was about, you know. So that's it. And it was really nice what they did, I think. And yeah, and he always gets a military discount on our cruises. And there go the tenders to that other ship. They're using lifeboats. I think this ship uses the land-based tenders. Going to 7. Gonna go to Bliss for an arts and crafts thing. Okay, off the elevator by the Stardust, going this way, and Bliss is right here. Being at that end of the ship is pretty helpful. So, oh, it must be over there. Okay, something that you do on your own. It's a tech organizer. You can get blue or brown. I got blue. Okay, it is hand sewing. And apparently you just do it on your own. I can't figure this first part out because mine doesn't look like that. Mine looks like that. What? Now I got it, I think. This is a large piece of faux leather in front of you. Show the right inside facing the... Oh boy. Okay, first part done. Advantage of being a quilter, I could do it pretty fast because I could do the several at a time. And sort of in and out, in and out. Weave it in and out, and then pull once. Do like 4 at a time. Part's done. I'll do this one. Okay, my little tech purse is finished. I had to go back because I missed a stitch and fix it at one point. But let me get my room number here. Well, I tied it around. Some people just didn't even keep it. They just half finished it and then threw it away. So it's got pockets there and then a pocket down there. And you can pick whatever designs you wanted. I didn't want to over embellish it. So we are back in Oceans after that class, and then sitting and talking to a couple from Canada that were very delightful. It was somebody who took a fall, looks like. Yeah, so grab a little lunch. All right, so I'm starting with the unloaded nachos, is what I call them, because they're supposed to have guac and sour cream and jalapenos, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I am off to ride the tender back and forth to catch some Pokemon while in Grand Cayman. Okay, I am on the tender, and the last one comes back in an hour because it's like 2:30 and the last tender's at 3:30. Oh, there's another ship over there. Let's see if we can see what it is. I recognize on the, I can't think of the name of it, but I do recognize the logo on the stack. Anyway, yeah, they're like, ma'am, you only have an hour. Like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're out of port here quick today because we came in so early. I didn't even try. I kind of wanted to get off and get a couple things, but you know what? This is a 14-day cruise, so I have to pace myself, especially when it comes to shopping. Anyway, so we're just sitting there waiting. They're just giving other people ample time. Here's where you go in. See that little bridge there? You just walk right in. And we're on the top. There is a bottom. A lot of times you enter through the bottom, but this time it's through the top. So it's going to be windy. I'm glad I put on the long sleeve shirt. So, well, let's go, Grand Cayman. Let me rephrase that. Let's go to Grand Cayman and back, and to Grand Cayman and back again. Because I'm just going to play Pokemon, and I'm just getting the steps, the miles, whatever. Well, they just gated it off there. So their one and only passenger can't jump out there. All right, here we go. It's too windy to film. So this is the closest I'm coming to Grand Cayman today. I really confused the people. Who work these tenders and the port and even our ship. He wanted to know if I was a Norwegian jewel guest. I think he thought I was headed to the wrong boat. She's excited about seeing something. I don't see any fish or anything. There's our ship. There's a container ship in front of it. The Carib Legend. The tenders kicked me off. Time wasn't up, but I think they thought those last the last tenders might be really full of people, so they had me get off. Oh well. Jerry's in the gym, so I'm gonna take a bag of ducks and I'll go up to the 12th floor and get a soda. I love when the buffets have soda. Yeah, the casino is closed this time, when we're in port, so that'll be fun. Walk with me. Oh good, there's no people. Oh, I can smell the smoke already. Stardust Theater. You can get there from 6 or 7. Oh, we didn't see him last time we were on. All right, so let's duck this casino. 1. I love this spot over here. Because last time I put one here, it was here for a long time. Because it's in a corner. I was going to put the gold one in there. I think I'll put a black one. Because it's on a black surface. Why is my light on? And let's put one over in here. Since it's not really camouflage, I'll put it way back. And I'm just going to keep going. It's getting close to all aboard at 3:30. And it's warmer out here because the wind's not hitting me. I love these covered balconies. Some people consider them an obstruction, but they do hold back some wind. Yeah, so it won't be long before we leave now. Hit all my ducks in the casino and left a clue on the Facebook page that said, good luck finding a duck as you sip your Pinot in the ... So that ought to be clear enough. So there's the 2 ships that are parked by. And then there's this other one that was port, it was the new part, moored by. Here's another one that we never did read the thing. And here we go leaving Grand Cayman. It's not even time to go yet. But we left early. That's the thing about a tender. They know when you're all back. And that's why they didn't want me to stay on it, because the tender guys wasn't sure that if I went to town on it again that they would need it to come back to the ship. Which means, really, they could have, but I would have been the only one on it. So, bye-bye Grand Cayman. Tomorrow is Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Thing's still going. So I got, it's kind of like a Russian pirog, salmon, spinach, and rice. In Alaska, we made that with cabbage. A seafood cake. Got mashed potatoes with, I didn't really want a lot of pot roast, but I wanted the juice. And then pasta with, it says pesto, but it doesn't look like it. And then that has a lemon butter. Jerry got it quite an assortment. So we aren't going very fast. I'm just shooting from behind the glass because it's super windy. Tried to shoot out there, but there's no way you'd hear me talk. But it is warmer, at least. I'm freezing in the ship right now. The buffet was so cold. But we're not going very fast because it's only 248 miles or something, or 38 miles from Georgetown, Grand Cayman to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. So we don't have that far to go. So they can take it slow and fuel economy.